Hi Rajesh, good evening.
Hello, Mugda. Very good evening.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. 1 minute. My headphone is not connected. Just give me 1 second if you don't
It's
mind.
fine.
So you can able to hear me, right?
Yes, you are completely audible to me.
But still, I'm not hearing from the headphone. One
Oh,
second. Some issue. Could you please speak now if you don't mind?
yeah, it's fine.
Yes, yes.
It's connected.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, Mugda.
Yeah. So I'm just forwarding my laptop to Shashi sir. He will be taking interview through this laptop itself.
Excellent.
Yeah. All the very best for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi Rajesh,
Hello, Shishi. Very good afternoon, sir. How
how
are
are you,
you?
Rajesh?
I'm doing good.
Good, good, fantastic. So you joining from which place, Rajesh?
I'm from Bangalore, Shishi.
That's a Bangalore, but you're originally from Andhra, right?
Yes, yes, I'm based out of Bangalore location actually. So basically, I'm from AP, but I married and settled for the last 16 years. I'm settled in Bangalore.
Oh wow, 16 years. So you're a Bangalorean.
You are right, Shashi. I studied in SV
Nice.
University, so I completed my master's in MCOM from SV. So
Okay.
thereafter, 2006, I came to Bangalore with my certification. Then I started my career as a CS, then business continuity management. Then I continued with I will give you a quick brief probably. If you are fine, then let me start.
Sure, sure. I was about to ask you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. I think it is my great honor and privilege to meet you, Shashi. I think last week I got an opportunity to meet Kundan. So I think I'm meeting one more leader today. And if you see my resume, so basically I'm from I'm coming with 16 years of industry experience with regards to business continuity management and IT disaster recovery and IT resiliency and the crisis management. So I was working with the society generally as a principal business partner, which means it is a program management. So the entire program is managing by me, and principal business partner, it is equal to the functional head. I'm a head of the function in these standards. So under me, I have four BCM managers who will be reporting to me of their end-to-end interactions, like discussions, whatever they are having with the business teams. So coming to the business continuity point of view, so since society generally it is a one of the French finance multinational company. So Paris is the headquarters, and every interaction, every transaction for us is very important for us. So generally, what we will do, so from the scratch, I mean, from the time of business coming to India, from that moment till the closure of the project or account, we will be managing end-to-end operations pertaining to the documenting the BCP and involving in the transition phase and providing them proper education and awareness sessions. Later on, we will be doing multiple kind of testings like planned and unplanned. Then, if required, based on the situations, we will be part of the crisis management calls. So it is again privilege for me to lead the crisis management calls. So I have done a couple of things after I joined Society Generally. So what I did basically, so it is very important each and every leader to understand what is their role and responsibility. So we have so much of data, we have so much of so many tools which will really help them to understand what exactly the numbers. But unfortunately, what happened because of their busy schedules, most of the leaders, they're not aware what exactly where to go, how to do, what to do, all those things. So I prepared a crisis playbook, which is really helping each and every leader to understand about their role and responsibility during the crisis. So this is exactly the crisis management flow that we follow, and we have a crisis director who will take the ultimate decisions to invoke or revoke the BCPs. So I supported recent incidents which impacted the Bangalore location as a city as well as the Chennai location across the India as well. If you see my past experience with IBM, so that was the I that was the time where I interacted with close to 1,000+ accounts across the globe. So on a regular basis, in particular 1 year, if you ask me the number, so it is my privilege again to interact close to 100, 120 customers across the globe. They will come and meet me, and I am the one who will be going and presenting the BCM strategies, resiliency strategies, how we support their business, how we protect their business if there is any impact to their business. So all those things will be discussed later on. So we used to gain the customer confidence, and we used to get the appreciations the way how we supported in the real time incidents. So probably we will go by this step by step. So probably I'm just giving a pass here, Sashi. You might be having some questions. Based on that, I will continue my discussion with you, sir.
Sure, Rajesh. So, from what I understand, like you have four BCM managers under you who are taking care of some clients. So, in terms of resilience, other than BCM, are you and your team also aware of enterprise risk management, governance,
Right,
compliance, IT
right,
disaster recovery? You cover everything, right?
exactly. You are right, sir.
So,
So
you are aware of these regulations, ISO
yeah,
22301 for
yeah, yeah.
BCM, ISO 31000 for ERM,
Right, right, right.
governance,
You are right.
compliance.
Yes, you are right. Absolutely, you are right, sir. So
There is a little difference between consultancy services, which is doing the services part of things, and automation of these particular domains. As you know, we are Auto Resilience, which is an automation software to
right.
enable compliance to
You are,
BCM and ERM
you
governance compliance standards for organizations.
yes.
So you are aware of any of the tools for implementing your BCM, ERM governance, or have you had any previous experience in the past with
Right,
any of the
right.
tools like this?
I would like to quote or refer my IBM experience. So I spent almost all 10 years. So when I joined IBM in 2010, so there was Excel-based collection and validation process. So we took as a challenge. I mean, personally, I proposed it, asking them to have it a dedicated BCP tool internally, which was developed by the IGA teams. We used to give them the recommendation. We used to give them the flow, architecture, everything. The tool was developed by the internal team, so that the same tool was sold within IBM as well as the outside the IBM within the fraction of few years. So what I would like to express the way how we developed the tool was it is a phase manner. So when the BCP tool was created, generally, so first phase we used to have it Excel template model, then it will went to the UI screen, then it will went to automation. So after the automation, everything it will be in a fingertips. If any account, any project, if they want to choose, if there is a crisis, immediately if they one click of one click, so the entire information will be pulling out. So every leader, every business owner, it is very easily they can access their information and where to go, what are the dedicated seats where they can go and occupy during any crisis, and as well as the network related area also they can easily go and they can able to occupy the network if it is red or blue or yellow, whichever the networks they want to use it. So like we have done the explore by implementing the dedicated tool for the IBM during my tenure. So that is one of the greatest achievement that I can share with you, Shashi. And moreover,
So this tool, IBM tool, when you implemented from scratch?
yes, you are right. Exactly. So that is
And
what.
this tool is for BCM as well as ERM or
No,
only BCM?
it is dedicated to BCM because ERM is not involved in the IBM tenure. So
Okay.
I would like to quote my I would like to refer my Society General experience. So where I was working, it is a integrated team, risk and the resiliency team. So 50% will be the risk team and 50% will be the resiliency team. So which means we have a dedicated operational risk managers who will be dealing end-to-end operations of their respective business lines. So we have close to 30 or 40 business lines internally. It is a captive business, Shashi, which means we don't have any external clients. So that is the little disappointed for me compared to other companies like Wipro and IBM. So where we used to go and talk to the external customers, we used to gain the business from the outside. But here, Society Generally, it is a captive business where we have the internal stakeholders, internal business people, internal leadership team. So we will be dealing whatever the interactions and discussions within the house, inside house only. So ERM will be responsible for be providing the risk related support to their respective business units. Along with, they will be interacting with us to highlighting the risk pertaining to each and every activity and the process, which means we will be having a governance discussions, a governance pattern, which we will be interacting with the top management and leadership to elaborate what kind of risk that exactly the each every process has, and we will be sharing the resiliency status at the same time. So this will really help the leadership to take the instant decisions, and how to mitigate the risk, and the certain discussions will happen, and we will be having a timelines to close the whatever the recommendation that was proposed by the leadership team. So this is the actual flow during the governance discussions that we will be having, Shishi.
Okay. So in terms of competitors, as you know,
Mm-hmm,
like ServiceNow,
mm-hmm,
Corporator,
mm-hmm.
Risk Connect, there are different corporate
You are right.
competitors that we compete in this domain. Have you had any experience like seeing or implementing any of these
Yeah.
tools, GRC platforms?
Yeah. So what happens to publish the crisis communications, crisis SMSs? So we have already have one tool, Everbridge tool, which was procured from the vendor. So we don't have any internal tool to support during any crisis. So luckily, so again, last year, so 2023, so what we did, so we proposed it to the Paris team, I mean my headquarters, asking us to have it a dedicated tool for internally. So they developed a tool which is called My Crisis Tool, so which was again implemented to entire all the entities. So now we can proud to say that we are not dependent on any external tool. So we have our own internal tool which will give them the complete information, risk point of view as well as the resilience point of view. So this tool really helping the leadership team to understand of their resiliency as well as the risk related, and the future we have the I mean deal with the mid-cat also, where they will be providing their regular inputs and updates and forecast if there is any political or anything risk related inputs if it is required to us, they will be sharing with us. Based on that, we will be doing a lot of like an internal analysis to present ourselves in front of the leadership that yeah, this may going to cause to the interruption to the business, this services, this business line. So we have to be alert accordingly. The preparations will be done. So we will be suggesting the leadership, let's invoke or revoke, all those things will happen. So part of the crisis management discussions, Shishi.
Okay. So other than crisis management, what about BCM,
Yeah.
ERM?
Hmm.
You have that experience
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well, right?
yeah. Let me take you through step by step. Probably this will really make you understand. So from my side also, as I mentioned in the beginning also, Shashi, uh, when the transitions phase itself, so we will be involving the discussions with the transitions team, which means from the scratch. So we don't know what kind of business it is going to come to India, and we don't know anything about the past, is it a investment banking or what kind of transactions that they have. So we will understand based on my discussions with the transitions team. Once I understand exactly what is that, exactly the business, and immediately we will be proposing that, what is the business continuity management system. So how it is important for them, and accordingly we will be involving our discussions. We will guide them and we will make them understand about the policies, procedures, and internal laws and governance. Everything we will be discussing. Once it is done, so they will give us the requirement. So my team should be split it into different places, and I should have this network, and I should have this enclosure. All those requirement will be come to us. Once we have the requirement, we will be asking them to document. That is why the initial step will start from the business team. They will document. So which is the locations, what is the basic information of the product, or process or activity. Everything they will document. Apart from that, they will document the activities, the criticality. So generally we have categorized into four types: vital activities and critical activities, and non-priority and secondary activities. So for us, we have very less RTOs for vital and critical, which means our activities will start from H to H plus 4. All those activities will be fall into one bucket. So we will call it as critical activities. During any BCP situations, it is very important for us to take care of these activities. Then once the activity has been documented, then we will ask them to risk assessment. So what kind of risk it has been impacted? If it is a financially, if it is a reputationally, if it is a regulatory, others, if there is any other risk also, they have to categorize and they have to provide us the feedback, like if it is a high, medium, low. Once it is done, we will propose them. So based on their inputs, it will be called as a vital BAA or vital project or vital account. Accordingly, once it has been defined, the approval process will start. So business team is documented, BCP manager has been reviewed, and function head has been reviewed, and now it is time to review the business head to give the approval or consent. Once it is done, then it will come to the awareness and education sessions. Whoever is been documented as a critical practitioners inside the BAR account or project, we will ask them to be join with us for our regular connects, which means we will be having coordinated discussions and awareness trainings. Internally, we will have the tool-based trainings as well as the manual interventions. So monthly basis, we will be having and explaining them about the business continuity, about the resiliency, about the crisis management, about the ERTs, what is the role and responsibilities. Everything will be discussed and explained, and we will have the assessment end of the trainings. Once it is done, then we will be having the real type of testings. Shashi, there are two types of testing that we will be having: planned and unplanned. So planned category, so we will basically follow four areas. One is surprise resiliency testings, annual resiliency testings, and site down testing, DR testings, and tabletop testings. So these are the five areas that predominantly we will be having calendarized testings. Unplanned activity, whatever the situation comes, and whatever the situation which will really impact into their business or interrupting to the services, immediately we will be considered as an unplanned activity. So during this
So,
test,
okay. So
I'm just
one question.
mm,
I think I'm good with this. So, when you're running these many projects, like have you, of course, you're the business consultant and
mhm,
bringing in the business expertise into it. But as a delivery head, are you also managing these as projects and maintaining on tools like Microsoft Project or Primavera or Zoho projects,
mhm,
maintaining on Gantt charts
mhm.
versus projected timelines?
Okay,
Versus actual timelines
okay,
with gap analysis, not the domain as such,
okay, okay.
but just running as a project
Mm,
management, a
mm.
typical PMP role.
You are right. So, Shishi, I would like to highlight one thing here. So, uh, I, I took one project as a convergence project, which means so we have different entities in across the globe. So India is the one which has the maximum business, which we will call it as a global solution centers. So Romania is the one of the team, smallest team, and Morocco is the smallest team. What I did, so I took the approval from the my management, I want to converge the activities, process, governance. Whatever we do and perform in India, let it have the replica in Morocco as well as the Romania. So it was a 4 months 4 months project. I ended up 100% by implementing all the activities and processes and the governance and the meeting and reports, everything as it is replica. This is one of the personal achievement other than in the CV. So I would like to disclosing with you, Shashi. So apart
Okay.
from that, we have
So my question,
mm,
I think I have no doubts about it. I think my question is more towards like you're familiar and acquainted with the tools like Zoho projects, Microsoft projects. Given a role to deliver a project end to end,
mhm,
you will have to start building project plans with different milestones linked
mm,
to different financial
mhm,
invoices,
right.
and all of this has to be tracked on a project management tool
You're
like
right.
Zoho projects or Open projects or Microsoft projects, and you're okay with that.
Absolutely. I don't have any issues or concern. It's a part of my BAU.
Okay, cool. And another switch in terms of your role I see is so far you have been managing more on the consultancy side of things, and giving you a little background about ourselves.
Mhm,
We are auto resilience platform with the core
mhm,
as business continuity and crisis management, and pivoting towards the actual resilience, which is GRC, DORA,
mhm.
different regulations. Right now, we
Yes.
have like the biggest of the names that you can think of in the Middle Eastern region: Saudi Aramco, Al Raji Group, Saudi Central Bank, Mashreq Bank, Emirates NBD, Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. You name a big client in Middle East, and they are already a client using our platform. And we are also cross-selling and pivoting ourselves into like wider aspects of resilience like risk governance compliance. So you will be stepping up in terms of not just consultancy but customer requirements and
Right.
translating that into product design itself. Of course you will have a team that you will work with, but uh, you are ready for that challenge, that role, not just on the consultancy side of things where customer requirements will be gathered and translated, but actually pivoting to the next stage of auto resilience, where bringing in the requirements of ERM, governance, compliance, ICT, DORA compliance, and all these aspects.
Right. I think I'm already disclosed my opinion with Kundan. So I think I
Mhm.
would like to share with you also. I think this is the one of the role that like matching to my profile and aspiration and requirement. So when I heard from Kundan that this is what the expectation from you, Rajesh, I said, Kundan, I really like the role, the way how you explained me the expectations, what I has to do. So I really like. I felt very happy that this is the role that I'm eagerly looking forward to join with a great leadership.
Fantastic.
Mm,
Fantastic. So one last question I have.
sir,
So we are based out of Gurgaon, and you have been in Bangalore for 16 years.
right,
From though you're from Andhra.
right.
So why do you want to make this big switch? What's your
So something we should
uh,
always have the see in the corporate field we should have the challenging roles. So travel is absolutely not a concern for me. I'm already informed Kundan that I'm happy to travel and relocate it. So probably as a person, I will be with immediate, but as a family, it will take some more time for them to relocate it. So absolutely, I don't have any concern, Shashi, on this point.
sure? And also, what's your main reason behind job switch?
Okay.
Location is one aspect of it.
Second reason is I'm already informed to you in the initial initial discussion. Uh, I was with YBM for 10 years, right? So I got the opportunity to interact with the customers, meet them face to face, and gain their confidence and gain their appreciations. So that was the area I really like it. But in captive business, compared to society generally, so I feel little discomfort that I will be always working and dealing, interacting with my in-house business people, in-house leadership team. So where if I get an opportunity to interact again with the external clients, so probably that is the area exactly I really like to interact with the external parties, and
I understand.
yeah,
You
yeah,
people generally excel at the areas where they're passionate about,
right,
and I
right,
agree with
right,
you and I
right, right,
understand.
right, sir.
Great. Sure. You have any questions for me, Rajesh?
Absolutely no, no questions from me, sir. I think Kundan made me very clear understanding about the role and responsibilities. I think it is my privilege to meet you one more leader today. So from my area, so I really happy, Shishi, to meet and interacting with you.
Fantastic. The pleasure is all mine. I think we'll get back to you. Our HR will
Sure,
reach out
sure,
to you. Thank you
sure.
so much, Rajesh.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Take care. Have a good day,
Thank
sir.
you. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
Meet you soon. Thank you.